Greetings and welcome to another Fortnite replay. This is Valeric, and you're going to watch my first Victory Royale in Season 6, and my first Victory Royale since switching from a controller to keyboard and mouse. So, here I am, of course, in the initial I don't know, is it the lobby? Kind of, not really. I'm gonna switch to double speed because, well, I only wind up killing one person, and so there's gonna be a lot of me just running around. But I figured, hey, can at least provide some narration and give you an idea of what I was thinking at the time. So, here I am on my way to Camp Cod, hoping that nobody else will be over there because it's a really good source of car parts. Now, you can see there's another person up here. And I certainly noticed him, and so that made me a little bit concerned that perhaps there were other people in this general area, but it turned out no, I was alone down here. But I'm still creeping around trying not to make noise. So as you can probably see, I picked up a primal shotgun, talked to this lady, picked up some bandages that she gave me, as well as some car parts. I wasn't sure whether I was going to take them all, but then I was like, yeah, take them all, why not? It's like 100 gold for 10 car parts, not bad. One of the reasons why I came to Camp Cod is because it's kind of a lesser known source of car parts. You know, a lot of people go to Compact Cars, which is probably a superior source, but not by much. Like, Camp Cod has a lot of just broken down debris and sources of car parts. So there I am, just filling up my shields. First I switched out a revolver for an SMG, which, if I might just take a moment here to say, gods, those revolvers are just awful. I do not know why they've made their way into Season 6. I just cannot. They're just awful. But then I switched out that SMG for the primal rifle, which I think was the right move. Here I am coming back to this lady to upgrade my stuff. I also have a set of grenades on me, 6 of them. So I'm upgrading my shotgun, my primal shotgun to gold, and my primal rifle to purple. And just FYI, I don't see why I should just pause. I have a quest at this point to upgrade a bow to mechanical, and then make a mechanical explosive bow as well as a shockwave bow. So I'm taking that opportunity to make an explosive bow, so that's 2 out of 3. And fortunately I actually do wind up getting an opportunity to make a shockwave bow before this is all out. Yes, if that was recorded, that is the sound of somebody sneezing in the background. Fun. Anyway, so I'm just wandering around here. I actually came to this house wondering if there was anybody in here. In Season 5, Bunker Jonesy would sometimes be here, and I've been hoping to run into him again, but I think he's been removed, probably because he knew too much. You know, so it goes, right? You know too much, you get removed. So I'm looking around, seeing if there's anybody here. There isn't, but, you know, better to be cautious. You know, looking over there, see if anybody's on the coast. Nope. So I come over here to the barn, and it's also a good source of car parts. There's just a lot of good sources of car parts here. Like, it's just ridiculous. And it amazes me how little traffic this place gets. I mean, maybe I shouldn't even put this online, because maybe, you know, I don't want anybody knowing, but they're going to figure it out anyway, so might as well just get this up and on the record. So, you know, the storm's going to, well, it's going to close in on this area in a little bit, so I'm just wrecking the place before I leave. So it goes in Fortnite. I hear a treasure chest in here, so bang! Yay! More shield potions that I don't wind up using. But it's always better to have them than not. And so I'm just wandering around. I thought about shooting some frogs, but I really didn't want to give myself away. It's kind of an annoying thing in this game, in this season, you know, to do any of the crafting things and, you know, get bones and meat and whatnot. You have to shoot your guns at animals, and that tends to give your position away to other people. But, man, so it goes. So, coming up here, get some higher ground on my way toward Caddy Corner. You know, I always seem to value higher ground. And right here, I feel like I should mention that there is an option in the settings to enable visual representations of sounds. I would recommend that anybody playing use that option, because it is super useful. Like, it'll show you footsteps and other things, like, before you even hear them. And normally you rely on the compass at the top to determine where shots are coming from. Having the visual representations, it's in the form of a circle around, you know, basically, you know, around here. I feel like it does a much better job of giving you a sense of what direction things are coming from than the compass. And you can still, like, use the compass to call out numbers to squad mates and whatnot. But, I don't know, I just find it very useful. And so the reason why I mention it is that even down here, I heard, quote-unquote, heard his footsteps. Even though I wasn't hearing them, I saw the representation of his footsteps, so I knew that there was somebody up here. It could have been an NPC. There is an NPC that hangs out here, it is true. But something about the way they were moving made me think it was a person, and I was absolutely right. So, he's over there, and I do see him jump down there. He did not see me, but I definitely saw him. And so I'm kind of hanging out. I don't really feel like I have an advantage or an opportunity to attack him in a way that favors me. So I'm just sort of hanging out, waiting for an opportunity. It doesn't wind up coming, he winds up leaving, which is fine, because as I said, it works out in my favor, because I wind up killing the very last guy, which is not him, by the way. He winds up getting killed while I'm still at Caddy Corner. So I don't know that he's gone at this point. You know, the visual representation of sound doesn't go too far, so he could still have been at the outpost and I wouldn't have seen anything. So I'm sort of, you know, carefully looking around, hoping to, you know, come up behind him. So you probably saw that shockwave grenade. I was thinking, oh, you know, I really need to make a shockwave bow. Turns out I wind up having an opportunity again anyway, but, you know, when I come down here, there's a bunch of treasure chests, which kind of surprises me. I do find a makeshift bow, and I'm like, oh, I could upgrade that. I could get a, you know, and use that, the shockwave grenades to finish that quest. But by this point, the storm's way too close. There's no way I could go back and get those shockwave grenades, at least not without taking a lot of damage. So I'm like, next time. But, as I said, it all works out in the end. So I'm just hanging out here. There are 5 other people on the map. And the eye is pretty small. I figure anyone could be around here. So I'm trying to keep quiet. Or at least keep my footsteps quiet. And 4 other people. Looks like somebody got killed. Oh, and there's Music Matrix getting killed by the bot killer. So here's that second opportunity that I got. And made a shockwave bow, which I switched out for the explosive there. I think it was moving a little too fast for you to see, but I have the explosive bow on me, not the shockwave. And completing that quest gave me a battle pass level. So, you know what, I'm going to back that up just a second. Because it is kind of important that I'm actually going to put that down to regular speed. So you can see him right there, and I definitely saw him. And the fact that he was there, I couldn't see him running up the hill. But, you know, I was kind of hanging out over here in case he decided to come back for cover against the other guys. And I was hoping to ambush him. Well, it didn't end up working that way. Just speed that back up. Hanging around, trying to let them kill each other. And testing out the explosive bow, which again is just really awful. Like, totally missed opportunity. It just does not do much damage at all. Okay, so the new, well, I guess the eye has been there for a little bit. The storm has just started closing in. The eye of the storm is kind of down this hill, away from everything, all those structures, this house. So I'm thinking I want that other guy to go downhill before I do. I can hear him moving around. And I'm hoping that he goes downhill before I do, so that I can have the higher ground and try to shoot him. Oh my god, he's down to half health. That's probably yeah, that definitely is why I wound up winning. That's so sad. I see, he's shooting down at me with the rifle. I'm shooting him with a shotgun. Bam. He did so much more damage to me than I did to him. It's one of the reasons why I do like the replay, because you get all that information. I just wish you could see the in-game HUD. Man, if he'd been at full health, I'd be done. But he wasn't, and I managed to shoot him and get him with a shotty. Oh my god. So, a mixture of circumstance and some skill on my part, but I'm gonna chalk it up to circumstance. Gave me my first Victory Royale the season, and first Victory Royale since I switched to keyboard and mouse. So, there's not a lot else to say about it. Just thought it was noteworthy. Worth putting out there for people to enjoy, critique. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you next time.